So the idea of Jazz Is Phish came to me a number of years ago, but I didn't act on it right away because I wanted to find the right musicians, and I wanted to have a balance of musicians that, you know, some of us know the music, but most of the musicians in the project aren't really familiar with Phish, and that's kind of what I wanted, was to take the music of Phish and work on it with a group of people who were amazing musicians but didn't have any preconceived notions of what the songs needed to be. Day one, it was magical. What was really cool about it is a lot of the musicians like Anthony and Michael and Josh, well actually Michael knew some of the music, but for the most part it was completely new to them. So it was something where I was introducing them to new music but not asking them to duplicate it. It was more so like learning the arrangements and learning the compositions, but just put your own spin on it. I think a lot of Phish fans love what we're doing because it's familiar, but it's new, it's made new. And then people who don't even like Phish, a lot of people have written us and saying, oh, my friends who don't really like Phish, I made them come see your show and they loved it. So I think the nature of making it instrumental and just kind of like redefining it, it's kind of allowed us to turn new people on to Phish's music.
I'm curious about something because I know it's self-explanatory why you're into the music and your brother's into music, but the question I get a lot of times is, you know, why did I get picked or why did Josh get picked? So I'm curious about that too.
I had Anthony come on to a James Brown dance party show, which is another project that I do. When I met Anthony, it was just an instant connection that I felt as a musician, as a person. And I remember it hit me at that first show. I think it'd be really amazing to use Josh and Anthony. I think that their chops and their whole attitudes towards music, I thought that just their styles were just going to bring a freshness to the music. And then just as people, I knew that they'd be receptive to the idea.
When we first started playing out, and I first started learning the Phish music, one of the things that I realized right away was how good of a guitar player Trey is. And then it blew me away that Matthew could play all these guitar parts. So knowing of all these Phish tribute bands, my first thought was, there can't be amazing guitar players like this all around. So I knew he was special because those guitar parts blow me away.
I grew up with the Grateful Dead and Phish and like jazz and jam stuff, improv, bluegrass. I mean, just seeing live music was kind of what brought me to Phish. And I've been in bands with players that have covered Phish, and we just did all the easy like blues progression tunes. And then I've been in bands where people were like serious and wanted to go next level and play like the real in-depth compositions. It's such a vast catalog that, you know, you have high-level stuff, low-level stuff, mid-level stuff, and you know, Phish tribute bands, like, you don't really know what you get till you check them out. You know, you gotta kind of see what's up.
The love of Phish, of their music, since it's so unique, you know, I think there's, you know, Frank Zappa would be the only other group, or, you know, I guess he's just a composer that's similar to Trey, where just like the compositions are that incredible. So the really cool thing about this project is it's kind of allowing us to show different audiences, not just Phish fans, like just how beautiful the compositions are and just what you can do with them with your imagination. And, you know, I think that's a beautiful thing.
When I think about this band, like, I think everybody brings a different element. I think Matthew and Adam bring like familiarity of the music to the band, but But I personally think that I bring like a funk element to the band. I think of Josh as bringing the soul to the band, the soul element, and I think of Michael and the other horn players as bringing the icing to the cake.
The charts are masterful. You know, I mean, who would think of taking the melodies to the vocals and integrated with what's going on in the planet? You know, it's a great feeling, and you get that from the people, even though it's no one here now. It's always something, you know. It's they've done it well, you know, and I appreciate that. You know, it's fun.
So all in all, you know, it's something that I think everyone should see, whether you like Phish or not. It's inspiring from a musician standpoint, just seeing the musicianship and the way we work through the structures of the songs. And for Phish fans, it's something that just because we're changing it doesn't mean they're not going to recognize the songs. The melodies are there. You know, it hits the heart of Phish fans, but also it's inspiring just for people who love music. That's it. I think we should go out on that.